Leinster run rampant once again, a superb showing of pure execution on attack and ruthlessness on defence. They keep Glasgow scoreless at the Aviva, 52-0 as Leinster cruise onto the semi-finals of the Champions Cup. Before we get into it, let me know in the comments who played well, who didn't, who was your man of the match, what did Leinster do well in this game, and what did Glasgow not do in this game, because there was a lot of that. Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. Stay on Leinster. Again, home team first. To keep teams scoreless in knockout stages of Champions Cup is unreal. That is unreal. That is unreal. The haters, can't hear. They'll be thanks to Leinster for the quietness, or the quietness, if that's a word, of the Leinster and Irish rugby haters on social media, because there's not much you can say against this man. Superb footy. 52-0. That's 2 zips for their opponents in knockout stages of rugby. It's wild. It is wild. So early on, I did love that they both teams were looking to attack early on. Glasgow did have a bit of the ball early on. When Leinster did get a hold of that ball and strung phases together, you just knew that it's going to be one of those nights again. Started off, I think, with the first scrum. Holy. That Leinster scrum had Glasgow on ice skates, just in reverse gear. I think that started everything off for me. Oh, they backed themselves early on. There was an early penalty that they got. They went to touch instead of taking the 3 points, obviously showing that intent. They get a try disallowed. Geordie Barrett's try disallowed. There was a little knock-on in there. When they do come back, they come back quickly and score an absolute worldie. The build-up to Max Deegan's try, unreal. That set play from the line-out, fantastic. So Gibson Park, I think it was, off the back of the line-out. Geordie Barrett's on an outline. There's someone that comes running in on a short line. That opens that gap up in the middle. Geordie Barrett's got the inside ball to Tommy O'Brien, busts through the middle there, couple phases, and then they shift that point of contact. So they make contact kind of in the middle. That ball goes out wide to the left side of the field, and Max Deegan ends up scoring right on the touchline on the right side of the field. Just love that shifting that point of contact, especially when you've got your opponents on the back foot, you're over that advantage line, they're trying to set their defense. Their natural instinct is to just fold, but then you're changing direction or you're stretching them, still getting over the ad line and just really shifting, emphasizing the shift of that point of contact, and makes it so hard to defend. Lovely little offload from Geordie Barrett there to O'Brien on the edge, and Max Deegan opens up the scoring. And I'm like, oh man, we are in for something here. And were we in for something here? Rush defense obviously showing its worth once again, but I think they were a lot more selective with their rush defense. There was sometimes where they're kind of just holding back and letting Glasgow run their moves, because that's probably showing a bit of credit to Glasgow, because Glasgow do have game breakers all throughout their squad. So kind of standing off a bit, but then in other instances, really just emphasizing that push, that rush defense, staying connected as well, making strong tackles, man, behind the advantage line for Glasgow, and then punishing those rucks. Cover defense from Geordie Barrett on Kyle Rowe was huge. Makes a bust down the edge, kicks through. Geordie Barrett is there. He was everywhere. It was like Josh van der Fleer last week. Geordie Barrett took the reins this week because he was absolutely everywhere. He was fantastic. And then Leinster were just absolutely singing at the moment. That penalty try was a thing of beauty for me, right? So they were they were defending, but kind of attacking defense, because they were in Glasgow's 22. Put them under a ton of pressure on the one edge. Tommy O'Brien makes a great turnover here. Obviously off the back of guys helping him, that support play. He's got the momentum, gets over the ball, gets the turnover, and then shift that point of contact. I say it all the time. You make the turnover here, your game players or your playmakers get their hands on the ball and the ball ends up going this side of the field. So they get the turnover. Prendergast gets the ball here, cross kick. They get the ball down, throw it inside. Adam Hastings knocks the ball down and it becomes a penalty try with a yellow card. Emphasizing that shift the point of contact. Anyone who listens to this and you're a coach, maybe you're coaching your local club, emphasize that on any turnover ball. Wherever you turn that ball over, shift the ball. Don't play a short runner here. Shift the ball because the space is then out wide. And it just shows here, man. And they go bang, bang. Because right after that, Sam Prendergast slices through off lovely, just that pod play that they've got. They're really good at the 3 play. That front runner's got the ball out the back. Prendergast is so sleight of hand. He's throwing the little dummies. He's running the good lines. He busts through. They end up getting a little grubber through. They end up getting the 5-meter scrum. And then off that, Jamison Gibson Park with just the option taking here. Right off the base of the scrum. Triple cutout ball. James Lowe scores in the corner. Shut the gates. The game, at this point, for me, the game is over. And just, man, when this Leinster side is on song, unstoppable. They're better than Ireland. Oh, Leinster better than Ireland. Holy man, it's beautiful. What I do love, what they do really well is the basics. They absolutely nail the basics. Obviously, you're carrying into contact, ball away from contact, strong carries, hit the deck, ball presentation really good. Passes are all out in front. But then I thought their exit plays off kickoff receipts really, really good. Obviously, got a lot of kickoffs because they scored a lot of tries. But just their exit plays, man. There's so many teams that will score points and then put the pressure right back on themselves because they knock the ball on from a kickoff receipt or they don't exit far enough. They're right back in under pressure. But Leinster, so good kickoff receipts. They know exactly, everyone knows exactly what needs to be done. Take the ball down. Gibson Park's got a big boot. James Lowe's got a big boot. Sam Prendergast's got a big boot. Geordie Barrett's got a big boot. Or they play the ball and they know when to play from those kickoffs. So they do that really well. Execution and timing of the passes for Tommy O'Brien's try, elite. Again, something that's expected at this level, but so hard to nail. I said it in a comment on Leinster's video last week. This is why teams will either incorporate passing drills in their warm-up or they always incorporate it in every drill that they do in trainings or whatever throughout the week, because passing, your catch pass is so important. You can draw catch pass, you're 9 out of 10 times going to create space or create try scoring opportunities, because that is so important in rugby, and Leinster nail it in this game. I loved Sam Prendergast's couple of touches he had setting up Hugo Keenan was it after halftime, I think it was. Lovely. That's just eyes up footy, man. Obviously, maybe getting a word from outside. There's no space in behind. Little step, grubber through, perfectly weighted, and Hugo Keenan scores there. Fantastic. What does make Leinster so good is that the ball carrier has always got 2, 3, 4, 5 options. Right? He's got the ball in hand. He's got front foot ball. He's got the inside runner. He's got an outside runner. He's got someone out the back. He's got himself. He can carry himself. And what creates the carry himself so well is the dummy runners, right? Because the opposition don't know who's getting the ball. Guy's got the ball, carrier's got the ball here. He can throw the dummy because this guy's running with so much intent that it looks like he's going to get the ball. So I'm the defender here. I'm seeing a picture of, holy, there's 5 options here. I don't know who to tackle. This guy, he's running hard. He looks like he's going to run with the ball. He's going to get the ball. So I go to tackle him. Dummy gets thrown and player runs straight through. Or the ball carrier's running hard at the line. And you're like, oh, who do I go for him. He throws the little offload and they bust through like that. Man, it's really, really good. I thought they attacked defensive rucks or isolated rucks really well. O'Brien, Doris, Geordie Barrett, Callagher also got a couple of turnovers. And the rush defense helps this really well, because you're rushing defense, you're catching the opponents behind the defensive line. That means their support players have to turn around to try and support and cover that ruck. And they can't, man, because defense is put up. You made a dominant tackle. You're up again and going over the ball. You've got 2-3 guys right on the ball there. Glasgow or whoever's getting tackled behind the line, they have to turn around, try and secure that ruck. And the ball's been stolen. The ball's gone already. So it just flows on from that. When that rush defense is executed really well, then you've got the Evander Flares, the Dorises, the Geordie Barretts that can really attack that ruck, and it's so hard to get the ball back then. Of course, Dan Sheehan gets on the scoring sheet. Lovely try assist from Van der Fleer there to set Dan Sheehan up in the corner. And I thought Geordie Barrett was my standout. He did get man of the match, but he was really, really good here. Calm head in the middle, so strong on both sides of the ball. His carries, really dominant carries, always getting over that vantage line. But then he does also have a slight offload at the line or past contact. He's got an offload or a nice pass. His option taking there, really good. When to pass or when to just carry the ball. Defensively, so strong, dominant tackles. His timing on his tackles as well, when to shoot out of the line, when to hold back, can make a turnover as well. And then he's obviously got that added just huge right boot. He was fantastic in this game for me. Sam Prendergast, really good as well, good off the tee. And man, this Leinster team march on. Holy. Jumping over to Glasgow, shell-shocked, man. There's not much you can say here. There was a couple of times where they strung a few phases together, but nothing really looked like they were going to score tries here. Let's be honest. You held to 0 points. Oh, man. Under the pump. They got a yellow card in the first half as well. That did not help them. Tough scenes and they crash out. And this is credit to Leinster. Leinster have been singing at the moment, and any opponent right now is copying it because they're playing unreal rugby. And if you hate them or love them, you've got to agree that they're playing some unreal rugby at the moment, and it's great. It is great to watch. It's Leinster's to lose at the moment. They're playing some unreal rugby. What did you guys think of the game? Who was your man of the match? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next time. Bye.